The Backrooms. You've been here before. Level 99, Ghoul Town. Survival difficulty. Class Oasis. Desolate terrain, intelligent life present, passive entities. Desolate and very, very orange. There's nothing else that could describe it better. Level 99 is the 100th level of the Backrooms. Image caption. A photograph of level 99. The reason for distortion is unknown. Description. As previously stated, level 99 is sickeningly orange, and even more so distorted. Though the photo does not capture it very well, the level, in a physical sense, is normal. The sand isn't soft, and the skies aren't solid. The level resembles a red, sanded desert with no day-night cycle. The sky is always orange and doesn't seem to change at all. The sand of level 99 looks almost identical to the red sand from the front rooms, if not for the sand in level 99 being entirely comprised of oxidized metals. The sand has a distinct metallic scent and is usually comprised of copper and iron with the occasional unidentifiable ores. Recorded log. Start log. Arthur. Testing. Testing. Stanley. I think it's working. Arthur. No shit, Captain Obvious. Arthur. Damn it. The system keeps doubling the eyes when I say Captain. Stanley. Ah, well, never mind that. Are we going to enter the level? Arthur. Calm your ass, onion boy, and get the gas masks. Stanley. Gas masks? Why would we need those? Arthur sighs in disappointment. Arthur. Sweet Christ, the sky is fucking orange. Arthur. We don't need an oxygen test to know that it isn't breathable. Stanley. Good point. End log. Discovery. Stanley and I had been eating lunch, just taking a walk around level 4, when we ran into a door suspended about 30 centimeters above the ground. I'm sure it was spruce, but that doesn't matter. Though there is this sign nailed to the door with Ghoul Town written on it. We radioed the higher ups about it. And since we brought our supplies with us in case of an emergency, they asked us to go take a look. Opening the door leads to level 99, or Ghoul Town. There is a strange phenomenon that happens with this door, too. And this is some pretty trippy shit because there's no door frame. If you went behind it while it was open, the door would disappear. And if you go behind it while it's closed, then what would you expect? You'd get to the other side of the door. Recorded log 2. Start log. Arthur. Alright, so I'm roughly 2 kilometers in. I asked Stanley to stay by the door to see if it does a disappearing act on us. Arthur. So he radioed me about 5 minutes ago, saying it stayed the same and doesn't lock when you close it. So now I have to wait for him to get here. At least this tumbleweed is here too. Tumbleweed. Hey, I have a name, man. Not cool. My mom didn't name me for people like you not to use it. Jeez. Arthur. Ah, I'm going insane. Well, Mr. Humbleweed, what is your name? Joseph. It's Joseph, for your information, and you're not going insane. I'm just a sentient dried up bush. How'd you know my last name was Humbleweed? Are you a cop or something? 'Cause I swear I haven't been drinking. Arthur. Well, Joseph, this was a nice reality check. Thanks. Joseph. Hey, no problem, man. Although you might be a cop, I still got some respect for you. Though I might be going now, 'cause I've got some important business with a certain cactus. It's a date, you see. Arthur. Well, aren't you a lucky guy? Now I should be going soon because this fever dream is getting a little too trippy for my taste. Arthur stands up and places a spare recorder into the sentient tumbleweed. Arthur. Hey, one last question before you go. Joseph. Sure. Ask away. Arthur. Can you feel that? Joseph. You mean the breeze of the afternoon breeze? Yeah, I do. Speaking of which, I gotta go now. My ride is here. See you again sometime, Arthur. Arthur. Yeah, you too. Wait, when the fuck did I tell you my name? Joseph. Just a lucky guess. Joseph the Tumbleweed continues saying "Sss" as he is taken into the distance by a strong breeze. Stanley. Oh man, I really needed that exercise. Hope I haven't made you wait too long. Arthur. Wait, if you're here, then that means I haven't woken up yet, which in turn means I wasn't dreaming. That was fucking real? Stanley. Huh? Dude, what are you talking about? Arthur rests his arm on Stanley's shoulder. Arthur. Between you and me, Stan, Joseph never existed, all right? Stanley. But who? Arthur. Shh! Just don't tell Nick, all right? Stanley. Okay. Arthur gives Stanley a hard pat on the back. Arthur. Fantastic. Now, where are we headed? Oh, right. End log. Communities. Ghoul Town. We haven't reached it yet, but we do know it probably exists. We're roughly 5 kilometers in now. Too late to turn back, but we did tie a rope to the doorknob before we left. It was a really long rope the Meg had found and cut off at around 15 kilometers long and 10 centimeters thick. It was basically super strength yarn, and it was a bitch and a half to fit in our supplies, especially because Butterfinger's Nicky dropped the thing and it unraveled. Though, when we eventually reached the town, the rope might be a useful pathfinder. Recorded log 3. Start log. Abrupt shuffling. Arthur. Fuck this. How long have we been walking for? Stanley. Whoa, Arthur. You need to calm down, man. Arthur. Calm down. Calm down. We've been walking for a few hours, but it feels like an eternity. How the fuck do we know if this place even exists? I can't even tell what shade of orange is the ground, the sky, or your curly ass hair. Stanley. Please, just try and calm down. Here, look, I'll call back to the Meg and I'll call for backup. Arthur. Oh, that's going to be very helpful. They can find our bodies and attend our funeral out here. Stanley sighs loudly, followed by a radio buzz. Meg operative. Hello? Agents Stanley and Arthur? Stanley. Yes, listen, we're in need of backup. The exploration of Ghoul Town is much more intensive than we expected. I'm calling to request a squad of agents as backup to make sure we make it out alive. Can you do that for me? Mech operative. Copy that. 3 agents are on standby. I just need to know where the entrance to Ghoul Town is. Stanley. It's on level 4. A door suspended around 30 centimeters off the ground, right around the corner of office block D98. Meg operative. Copy that. We're sending them your way as we speak. Stanley. Thank you so much. Stanley turns off the radio and packs it away. Arthur. Great, so when's the funeral? Why in the fuck did we think running around in a desert with no plan in mind was a good idea? Stanley. Listen, Art, I have quite literally known you for my entire life. Get your shit together. We're going to get out of this alive, or I'm going to kill you myself. Arthur. Stan, Arthur. Arthur. I don't know what to say to that. Sorry, Stan. I lost myself for a second there. Stanley. It's fine, man. What are friends for? Even if I'm feeling a little loony. Stanley. I'm just glad you've come back to your senses, even if it's just for a little bit. Arthur. But Arthur. I'm so fucking tired. Why did we. Hold on, Stan. Stan, look. Holy shit, we made it. Stanley. No way, no way. Dude, you're fucking with me, aren't you? Arthur. Stan, why would I torture myself and you in this way? Look. Stanley. Holy shit, it's actually real. Arthur. Yeah, it is. Just be cautious, okay? I don't want you getting your ass killed after getting this far. Stanley. Same goes for you, Aardvark boy. End log. Communities. Updated. Ghoul Town. Roughly 12 kilometers in, the whole town looks like it covers around 4,000 square meters. The first thing that's noticeable is the giant wood sign sporting a nice greeting, Welcome to Ghoul Town. We were cautious at first, but as we walked, we noticed that the ghouls were more human-like than zombie/ghoulish. They resembled the undead, but stayed passive enough to try and communicate with. So we tried asking one of them about a place we could stay. They apparently can't talk, but they did know sign language. Stanley's ASL classes are finally paying off, I see, and told us that if we're new to town, we should go to the local grocery store for a complimentary gift basket. Wow. I'd never expect a place called Ghoul Town to be so hospitable. And other people have been here too, which was really unexpected considering your first reaction to a massive expanse of orange sand wouldn't be to go in and explore it, unless you're us, of course. The grocery store is a lot like the ones from the front rooms. It's even got running electricity and fresh produce, too. We went up to the main counter near the back of the store, and the manager, whose name is Brenda, started signing up a storm with Stanley. Jesus, I can't even remember if Stanley took ASL lessons or signed up for the Naruto Club. After a bit of back and forth Naruto hand signs, Brenda opened a door into what I assume is a pantry and comes out with two neatly tied up gift baskets. Now, I warned Stan that he shouldn't immediately trust these people since, holy shit, is that chocolate cake? So, we're alive, so that means the food wasn't poisoned. Who knew ghouls ate the same stuff as humans instead of humans? After stuffing our faces full of pastries and bread rolls, Stanley started asking around if there was maybe a motel or something we could stay in for a while to rest. Until we ran into a ghoul whose name was Neil, who I assume is an old man since he brandished this polished spruce cane, slicked back white hair, bowl hat, and scoliosis. He signed to us to head to the downtown and to talk to the people living on the hill. We would have gotten more information out of him, but he fell asleep halfway through the sentence. Stanley said he actually could have said anything else. The signs he had made were so crude and lazy he barely got that, but abiding by the logic of wise old people and against our better judgment, we decided to go to the downtown. Population 50 plus, universal ghoul language, handwriting, American Sign Language, grunts, hand gestures. The downtown. After following the directions of some more ghouls, we found a massive sign with "Downtown this way" written in big red letters. So, with this amazing information in hand, we hauled our nauseous half asleep asses over to the house on top of the hill, though it's more of a sand dune. Luckily, there was a cobblestone path that led us to the house. Stanley is starting to feel really sick, though, so I hope that these ghouls have some pencil and paper, and also that the food we received earlier wasn't poisoned. My eyes are getting relentlessly itchy, and the aforementioned nausea has gotten a bit worse. Thank God that downtown was barely 10 minutes away from the main part of Ghoultown. I don't think Stan could have gone another 12 kilometers. Though, it was my turn to ask, so while Stanley sat down on the porch and took deep breaths, I took my own deep breath and rung the doorbell. Recorded log 4. Start log. Arthur. Hello? Unknown. Hmm? Oh, we have some visitors, Fred. Fred. Visitors? Is it Deborah again? Because I keep telling her we don't need another water filter. It doesn't matter if water tastes slightly different. They can't even taste anything. Unknown. Nah. Fred. Bob, you can just tell me instead of grunting. Bob. Oh, alright, fine. The slight sound of rustling and footsteps can be heard as an eye can be seen through the mail slot in the door. Bob. Hmm? Oh, hey, Fred, we got humans here. Arthur. Wow, I wasn't expecting you to. Bob. Huh? Oh, yeah, it must be strange seeing a talking ghoul here, right? Considering nobody else can. Arthur. Yeah, though they were really nice to us. Fred. Oh, hey there, don't mind Bob. He's kind of childish, I guess. Arthur. Yeah, I guess. Fred. Oh, are those gas masks? Bob. Oh, yeah, you'd usually need oxygen tanks. You guys can probably only stay another hour or two before your symptoms worsen to a point where they can't heal. Arthur. What? Stanley. Please don't shout, man. I feel so, Arthur. Fuck, man, you ran 2 kilometers earlier. Your air filter must have gotten shredded a long time ago. Bob, breathe through your nose. It helps filter out at least some of the rust from entering and destroying your lungs. Fred, wait a moment. I don't get human visitors too often, but we got oxygen tanks just in case they do come around. I'll go get them right now. Make sure your friend sits up as straight as he can. Fred sprints back into the house. Arthur, oh, thank God. Fuck, his oxygen filters are completely destroyed. Stanley, don't you dare die on me now. Fred quickly sprints back onto the porch with 2 oxygen tanks in the pits of his arms. Fred, I'm back. Here, take this and one for your friend as well. Arthur, oh, thank God. I cannot thank you two enough. Bob, hey, no problem, man, considering you've lasted a lot longer than anyone else that's reached the downtown. The rest, I don't know about. They tried taking a return trip, but they never visit. Arthur. Well, that gives me a lot to look forward to. Bob. Hey, no problem, man. Arthur. I. Fred, how do you stand living with this guy? Fred. Well, for one, I don't. Two, we're mayors of this town. Three, he's literally the only other ghoul I can talk to without having to wave my hands around or waste pencil and paper. Arthur. You two are the mayors? I understand you, but Bob? Well, he's the only other person who can talk, but still. Bob. All right, enough of me. can you tell me why you're here? I see you're from that little Meg group. Arthur, well, if you know who the Meg are, then I'll keep this short. We're here with Stanley to record an article about your town. Fred, well, if that's the case, why don't we take over for the rest of this mission? You could call up your higher ups and tell them that the mayors of Ghoultown will help them write this article. Arthur, I don't know, man. I mean, I just met you guys, and I don't know. Fuck it. Here, take this tablet. It's a communication device that connects directly to the Meg communication database. When you finish up the rest of the article, direct message me the final product. Bob. Question. Arthur, ask your rotting heart out. Bob. It works just like a normal tablet, right? Arthur, if you're talking about internet videos that we found on an app that has archived every YouTube video in existence and is kept up to date. Bob. Alright, then it's decided. You and your buddy holes are gonna go back and we'll record the rest of the article for you. Stanley. Alright, I think I'm good. I feel a bit better. You ready to head back yet? Arthur. Yeah, we should be going. Thanks for everything, guys. Fred. Yeah, those oxygen tanks aren't going to last anymore, back and forth babble. Just make sure to visit sometime if you. End log. The atmosphere. The atmosphere in level 99 contains about 30% rust, making it extremely dangerous for anyone who does not have an oxygen tank. The rust contained within the skies and sand are what gives it its signature look. A lot of humans have made it to Ghoul Town, but none of them have managed to survive the return trip. Hopefully, Stanley and Arthur will be the first ones to make it out alive. Ghouls. The ghouls in level 99 are very passive and won't become aggravated without a reason. Just like anyone else, they don't like annoying people or narcissists. They can't speak, but they can understand English and try to communicate the best they can with body language, hand coordination, or some of them outright know American Sign Language. Though the universal language at Ghoul Town is comprised solely of grunts, since that seems to be the only thing they can enunciate. The only exception to this is, of course, Bob and I. We seem to be the only ones capable of speech. Entrances and exits. Entrances. On level 4, there is a door suspended roughly 30 centimeters off the ground, with a sign hung on it that says Ghoul Town in big red letters. On level 11, there is a random trap door floating 2 meters off the ground. When you open the trap door, a ladder will fall out which you can use to climb through into level 99. Exits. To exit the level, you have to come back through the same door or discover a different door, which leads to other levels. There is a door roughly 2 kilometers northwest of Ghoul Town labeled Swimming Pool, which leads to level 7. Though this is not a viable exit since the door places you underwater when you enter, turning you into fish food. There is another door 5 kilometers to the east of Ghoul Town, labeled Arcade with 3 exclamation marks, which leads to level 389. This door will open into a small walk-in closet that leads into the main part of level 389.